Howdy y'all, welcome back to Cam Shack Productions. Today, I'm actually pretty stoked to be bringing you this. I was contacted by Pelsee about this P10 Plus 4K Wi-Fi mirror dash cam 10-inch rear view mirror camera with 64 gigabyte card, dash cam front and rear backup cam for cars, smart driving system, ADAS voice control, GPS, WDR night vision. Whew. I mean, if somebody contacts you with something like that, you tell me you're not going to say yes. Oh, I should probably tell you guys how much it costs, huh? It is $109 right now, and it's normally $119. So let's actually open this thing up, plug it in really quick, and see. For all of you people that love the, getting rid of plastic. Make sure you close up your knife so you're safe. Get the phone out of the way so you don't break it. All right. Oh. So. Da-da-da-da. It's a digital mirror. I think this could be pretty cool. And it is so much lighter than I actually expected it to be, which is great because I was like, oh, my mirror is old. So this is the Pelsee, or I'm sorry, how did we decide to say this? Pelsee 4K mirror. You got your camera that can adjust right here. These apparently are the straps that you use to hold it onto the mirror. And don't break it already. I guess it's gonna lay like that. Let's see what else is in here. You got your backup camera, and I believe this has some sensors in it. So you're actually gonna need to use this backup camera that comes with the mirror. You got your power cable. Comes nicely with everything. This is your GPS, which I actually like the fact that that's separate. So you can decide that if you don't want Big Brother tracking you, you can unplug your GPS. I mean, I have a friend that I know would like that. So that's kind of cool. And then you have your standard trim tools. And it looks like these might be some of the like strap buckles. They're these rubber buckles. So what do you guys say? Should we power it up? Turn it on really quick and see what happens. Oh, I like breaking stuff. I break things. If you haven't checked out last week's video, go check it out. It's on the all power station here. Turn that on. Now. Oh, and it is a Type-C connector, which, bravo, Pelsee, bravo. It's about time somebody finally wised up. All right, I'm sorry. I have to look at this so I can figure out how to turn it on. Maybe the button down at the bottom. Is anything happening? No. All right, everybody. I wanted to let you know that it was actually me that caused this to not turn on, not the Pelsee. Look at that, huh? We got power. I am pretty interested to see how this thing actually works out. And voila, with those little rubber straps right there. All right, well, this bad mama jamma on, and then there's the camera that slides in and out. So I'll show you how I powered it. Right there's the secret. Little grommet hole. So this cord is not long enough. So instead of running it down and around the side, I actually had to run it through my center console up, and now I have wires in the dash leading up. So I wish it was a little bit longer. All right, y'all. So checking out the mirror here. This is on camera mode. You're able to switch cameras, maybe. Huh, there you go. You just got to do it 100 times. Got your front view, dash cam, you got your rear view, and it does have some cool lane assist features, not to mention that you can switch the camera around from front to rear to both sides to one on the other. So overall, this thing is pretty cool so far. It does beep a lot, makes a lot of noise at you that you have to figure out. My wife was definitely mentioning that, but overall the camera looks really good, and I did save a few files as we were driving through, so we'll show you guys what those look like. But not a bad little system, not a bad little system at all. Rear view. And then if you turn the screen off, you actually have a normal mirror, but it's pretty dark. So not bad. We'll show you guys what it looks like when we get into some traffic. It's pretty crazy. All right, so one of the nice features about this is, say you're getting tired and you want to switch it to front aware. Turn on your front camera and it'll warn you if you get too close to something, if an object comes in your way. So this could be really nice. And then if you need the rear view, you can actually turn the screen off and it will still do that and beep at you when you need it to. So this could be pretty handy for a road trip for sure. You would want to make sure that it's calibrated. And it just finished auto-calibrating, it just told me. And I'll show you guys what it looks like when we get close to some cars, if we find any here on the lonely I-80. All right. If you're looking for a dash cam and you want something a little extra, this thing is definitely super cool. The front-facing 4K camera looks good. The file format that the actual videos come in is not readable unless you use their app, which I did not know. I thought it was something that you could just use. So you do have to take that into account. And there is a way to just transfer files from the mirror directly to your phone. But if you use anything like me, like my system here, then you can't actually be connected to both of them at the same time. All right, so I have noticed that there's definitely some lag in the system, and the smart driving, you cannot use the front and side calibrations, or you cannot use the front warning system with the rear and the back. You have to choose one or the other. So you have to select it, and it will only allow you to use one at a time. And then if you go into the cameras, this is your front warning system right here. And you can see it actually does a pretty good job of picking up. And did you see the little blue square right there for the pedestrian? So, I mean, I think that it's a little slow, and depending on the light, bright sunny daylight, it does a really good job. If you're in dusk or driving across a place that is very dark, like we were in the middle of I-80, and you could not even see out of the rear cam or anything like that. So it has its limitations. But again, for under $100, because there's a discount on them right now, at least what I saw, I got a 30% off discount. But even still, for $109 in comparison to a lot of the other dash cams that are out there, I think this thing really does have some pretty amazing potential. And the smart drive modes are actually pretty cool. You can see that there's that just little delay in the touch screen. There's your rear. And like I said, the rear is the 1080p, and it only works if there's a lot of light. And even on the city streets at night, it's very choppy. It would not be submissible in court, I can tell you that much. So, I mean, not too bad. So, again, not super intuitive as far as the files go, but I think for a dash cam, if you're looking for a solid dash cam, this thing works pretty good. Turn off screen. Turn off screen.
Okay.
Turn on front camera. Turn on front camera. Turn on screen. Front camera, and as you can see, back camera, rear camera, front camera, rear camera, turn off screen. The voice doesn't work very well. Turn off screen.
Okay.
Sometimes, and you have to be very close. Turn on screen. Turn on screen. So, I mean, but again, for the rear backup cam, give us some longer cables for the GPS and the actual power, and you've got a pretty good mirror here. So let's go see if we can get these files off. All right, y'all. So I have a few closing thoughts on this Pelsee P10 Plus mirror. I think for $109, this is a super stellar dash cam. You get a really nice clear 4K front cam, you get the decent 1080p rear cam, and you know, it attaches right to your mirror so you don't have an additional mount. And with the safe driving features, the lane assist, the rear view backup cam where you can actually calibrate it to be able to see what's coming behind you, the actual lane awareness where it'll try to keep you in your lane. I think for $109, you can't go wrong with this thing. Some of the things that I am a little disappointed in is basically the lag in the screen. There are times where the screen just seems completely unresponsive. You can swipe, 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 and the camera won't change. The app is a little rough. You know, you are able to download the videos right onto your phone, but you have to load them into the Pelsee app first, and then you have to actually send them to your phone. And there's a whole lot of things, but then I was also thinking about my old dash cam. You can't just pull those files either. You have to load them through their software to be able to read the file. So at least this allows you to do it through the phone. It is slow. It does take a while. You can view the actual saved images or videos on the mirror, which is pretty cool. So you can actually go back and watch it, which is pretty cool. But the number one biggest gripe that I have with this mirror is the shortness in the power cable and all of the cables essentially. Make them 3 to 5 feet longer, just all the way around on all of them. It's better to have too much cable Pelsee than it is to not have enough. So please make those a little bit longer. I'm gonna have to find a USB-C power extension because I gotta get those cables out of my window. I can't put my sunshade in because they're running right down the middle and it drives me crazy. The whole road trip I was complaining to my wife about those cables. So, but other than that, I mean, you know, if you have a front dash where you can actually plug it in, my Xterra doesn't have that, so I have to run it. It was a disaster. But you know, also for the older vehicle to be able to have the blind side, the blind spot assist in there, and to be able to see that rear view when cars are coming up on you was super cool. So if you all want to pick this up, I do have an affiliated Amazon link in the description for this. Again, compared to my old dash cam, which I think I paid $89 for, this is $109. I had a 30% off coupon. So, you know, this thing is really worth it, and I would really recommend checking this out. If you're gonna buy a dash cam, you might as well get all the additional features, because the dash cam works great, the rear cam works great, and all the additional features that come with it work great. And if the voice bothers you, like it did my wife, you can mute it. But overall, Pelsee, nice job. The P10 Plus, they also have a P12, but I'm gonna leave the link to both of these in my description. So if you wanna pick one up, go pick it up from my link. It helps me, it generates a little money from the Amazon affiliates. And if you enjoyed this video, please go down and leave a like. If you have a comment, share it with us, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. Please let us know if you've ever used this thing before, if you love it, hate it, whatever it might be. And if you're feeling super duper generous, subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you all back in the next video. Be well, my friends. I thought this thing was cool. I thought it was cool, Vader. And you can sit. 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 Good boy. Down. Good boy. All right. We're not having a fit right now. Do you guys have dogs? If you do, don't you love it when they leave you alone all day long, but then when you actually need to do something, they're like, wait, I'm not involved. All right. So I think overall, you know, this thing really does have some super advantages. Hello, good boy. But I also think that there's a few things that they could definitely do a little bit better. Are you serious? Oh, who's my little movie star? Oh, who's a good boy?